Want to see art in the making? First, let me introduce you to this gorgeous pack of bling by Totally Dazzled in a collaboration with my dear friend Jennifer Feely from Home Sweet Create. If you'd like to just jump to the project, you can skip the intro to the bling and just scrub to the 4 minute and 54-second mark, and we'll get started.
Like this, and I went, ooh, that's nice and weighty, is it not? Here she is. Look at this beautiful pack. And of course, I've opened it. So you're going to see what I saw. There it is with her beautiful key logo with the rose. One at a time. Here is the beautiful key. Now look, it's got a loop on it. This is her logo, but look at how cool this is. This has got a loop on it. You can make it a pretty necklace. You can make a necklace. You can make a couple of earrings if you had 2 packs, right? I mean, seriously, it's not much longer than most of my earrings are anyway, right? Anyway, I love this so much. It's actually one of the pieces I'm going to be using in my project tonight, so I'm going to hold off and putting it back. Here is one of my absolute favorites, the cameo. This is such a stunning cameo. Let me just show you this. It's so pretty. It's got the little dangle, and it's got all those large pieces of clear crystal in there. I absolutely love this piece. It's so vintage, so beautiful. It would be gorgeous on any vintage piece that you created. Or it would be pretty just as a pin, or it doesn't have a pin in the back. That's not to say you couldn't create it as such. It would be pretty on a scarf. Seriously, I love this piece so much. Not one of the ones I'm using tonight, though. Look at this little beauty. Look at this. This is her beautiful little handbag. Look at how pretty and sparkly this is. I'm hoping you guys are seeing the sparkle like I am. It's so cute. I love this little piece. It's little, but it packs a punch because it's got some bling and it's got a little bit of pearl. See that? How pretty is that? Isn't that gorgeous? It's tiny, but you could use it. You could put a little C-ring through here, right through the middle, and you could make it an earring. You could make it a necklace. Stunning little necklace that would make, right? How cute would that be? Anyway, let me show you this cute little teacup. This cute teacup or coffee cup. And many mornings, Jennifer and I have coffee together and we talk over the day and what we're going to do and how we're going to do things. And we throw ideas at each other and things like that. So anyway, I love this little coffee cup just for that reason alone. This bow it's like a bow with a punch. Because it's got the loop at the top, so you can wear it as a necklace, right? You could wear it as a darling earring if you had 2 packs. I think these would make super cute earrings. I would wear them every day. But look at it moves, you guys. It's movable. It's got a little joint in there, and it moves. I love that about it. So darling and sparkly. Look at the pink rhinestones in there. This is the perfume bottle. Very bougie, quite bougie, I would say. I'll put it up close. You can see it up close. All those rhinestones. Love that one. There's the angel wings. Same thing with the angel wings. See the little loop there in the middle? Put a little C-ring on there and you can make it a beautiful necklace. That would be a really, really pretty necklace, I think. Look at that. It's not too big at all, in my opinion. But I love this. I saved these last 2 for last because I am going to be using this little lock to go with the key. This pretty little sweet lock, you know, and it's a heart, you know, the key to my heart kind of thing. I like that. I like a story in my bling. So we're going to leave that one out. And this is the one she had created in honor of one of her friend's sisters, and they were all best friends. They were all very close friends growing up and all of that. This was for Leslie, who lost her battle with breast cancer a few years back. And this is the angel wings with the cross in the center and the crown on top, because she was a believer. And we know she's got her crown in glory, right? So that's our hope. That's our promise. And this one was for Leslie. And I'm going to be using this one tonight as well. let's just get started here. This had a saying on it as well in red. It was pink like this, okay, on the front and around the edges. So I left all that pink. I like that. But what I did was I painted the side white and 2 coats of white, and then I went over it with a coat of Mod Podge, matte. That's all I did. Matte finish Mod Podge, and I went over it with a coat and let it just dry like that, because we're going to do the iron-on method. Now, my European Excellency, I'm an affiliate with them, an ambassador, so I would love it if you would use my European Excellency affiliate if you're going to purchase any of these. Now, this was part of the floral bundle pack. So well worth buying the whole bundle instead of just a few napkins here or there. I love this bundle so much because it's got so many gorgeous flowers, roses and lavender and all these beautiful florals in it, bird cages, and just, you know, vintage looking, so gorgeous that, I mean, I had to have it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just bring this right to the edge. We're going to put this over the top and the spine, and then I'm going to sand it off with my little gator sander here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the sides and the top. And what I'm going to use is, now you can use a piece of parchment paper, or you can use one of these. These are the little Teflon sheets. Okay, I want to make sure I have this exactly at the edge, like this. I'm going to lay this over top to protect the napkin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and heat seal. What this is going to do, for those of you who have never seen this method, and I can't believe there's inevitably somebody who hasn't seen this method. It slays me every time, honestly. Just go over, what it does is it melts the, reactivates the Mod Podge, and it melts the napkin seamlessly without wrinkles and such right in to the piece. Anyway, I had to do a little prep work because this would have taken me like till next Tuesday to finish if I didn't. So I did a little painting of the box. I did a little Mod Podging of the box. What else did I do? And I worked on some little flowers here. I made our little flowers really pretty and vintage looking. I got these little flowers we're going to be putting in this piece as well. So those are the foam flowers from Hobby Lobby, his and her section. You get those. No problemo. Oh, how pretty this. Look at this, guys. Oh, now I got to do the spine part. That's all. I'm just gonna lap this around here like this. Make sure I get it at the edge. And then I'm just going to go around. It's kind of curved, so this will be interesting. See if I can do this. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so sweet. I'm excited to do this piece. This is more of a memory box. You could use this as a memory box. You could use this for, you know, somebody who's either passed, or it would be a cute memory box for a child, for a little girl. You know, to keep all of her little, you know, paraphernalia, you know, her little pacifier maybe, or her little, you know, maybe a little hat or a bib or something like that. How sweet to gift to your daughter when she's older, a little memory box, and maybe share the memory of the joy of having her, or something like that. I think it would be so sweet. That's what this is going to be. Just a memory box, a special trinket box. Making sure this is on really well. I don't want there to be any snafus here. I'm just going to go, there's like a little divot and indent all along the edge of the box, and I'm trying to make sure that I get the napkin in there. Same thing on this side. Let me just find that divot, shall I? Right at the edge here. I'm going to put my little point of my iron in there and go right down the side to make sure that it's going in there nicely and getting adhered. It's like a little, it's, you know, where the crease is, where the box opens. That's what that is. Looks good. Looks real good, actually. I'm going to do is take my little gator sander and lightly go over it, because this is a napkin and it comes off like super easy. You need it, the reason I painted it white first is because you need it a light color, because the napkin's so sheer that, you know, you don't want it to look muddy, but look at how nice and clean that comes off when you use the gator sander with this method. It's just so easy. Comes off super, super easy. Honestly, this is pretty just like it is. It is so pretty. Is it not stunning, right? Gorgeous. I love this napkin. It was one of my very favorites. I've been saving it. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Mod Podge and I'm going to go over it with a thin coat just to seal this real quick spine here, and we're just going to give it a quick, just a quick coat, thin coat. I don't want too much because we don't want it buckling or wrinkling or any of that. And we're going to go very gently. This is a napkin, so you can't like. I had this little wood piece. I might have gotten it at Hobby Lobby. I don't even remember. It could have been the Dollar Tree for all I know. I have two of them actually, but I needed a little pedestal, if you will, to put my little. I'm gonna do a little sleeping angel. Actually, she's gonna. This little girl here we got at Hobby Lobby. I got her at Hobby Lobby. She's sleeping. Isn't she precious? Look at her, this is a resin piece. She's flat on the bottom. She's going to lay on this little placket, and I'll show you what we're going to do with her soon thereafter. There's a goodly amount here in the center that's going to be covered, okay? This is a fan brush, okay? And I'm going to be using it with some black paint. Do you see how the edges of this box are gold, like, you know, kind of like a Bible, like a gilded Bible or something like that? What I want to try to do is I'm going to go over it with a little bit of black paint on this fan brush. And I practiced this earlier, and it seemed to work on a piece of paper. So let's see what it does on this, okay? So what you do is you get your fan brush all nice and goobered up real well. And then when you go over, let me show you. I got a blank piece of paper over here I can use and show you. When you go over your paper, you go over it very, very light, like a feather, like a feather. And you're just going to do this. See what that does? And when it stops dragging, you can flip it over and do the other side. And then you just dip your brush back in, just the tip. You're using just the tip, and you're going down. You don't want to press too hard either, like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to create like little pages, like, you know, like a book would have like little pages, okay? So what I'm going to do is very carefully turn this on its side and see if I can open this up and make some pages on this. Worst case, I can repaint it, right? If I don't like it, I can always repaint it. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to start it from the back here, and we're just going to, oh yeah, it's working. It's working better than the paper, actually, because the paper is very porous, and I don't want to push. I don't want to push hard. The paper just sucks up the paint, right? I got a fan on in here too, and it's probably not good for the process. Okay, let's try this again here. Almost dry brushed, practically. Turn it around, the other side. When it stops dragging, stop. Don't try to make it go any further, okay? I like it. I think it looks good. It looks like little pages in there, okay? Okay, let's do this side. See, it looks like a book page. And then we're just gonna continue on the long part of it. So you can kind of see, it looks like pages, right? The faux pages. So let's put the wood platform on. I'm gonna get me a B7000 out. Get a little bit of B7000 out here, and I can put some hot glue on it. And this is gonna be like the little platform that the little angel's gonna sit up on a little bit. And good amount. I don't want it falling off on me. So we're gonna need some at the bottom of the angel as well. Okay, and this will hold it right away. This will take hold like right away so that so we can move it around. Okay, and I'm gonna put her kind of slightly askew right in the middle of the box. Just like that. I painted this white. We're going to do the same thing with the little angel. We're going to put her right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue using as much of this as I can. See, where does she fit on here? She fits on here pretty well. All of this she fits on. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just putting as much B7000 on her as I can, okay? And I'm gonna fill in with a little bit of hot glue so she'll stay put. Just like this, right on top of the little pedestal. Just some little spots of hot glue here and there, all around. Okay. Ooh, and it is hot. It's been on there a minute. All right, and we're just gonna place her down here like this as she's sleeping nicely. Like that. Oh, I hope she's touching. I hope she's touching on all those spots, because if she's not, I'm gonna have to go up under and add some glue in there. Fill it in. I don't want her moving for me. She's not touching. Why is that? For real? Okay, take two. Hold on. My second fix of the day. Why isn't she touching where she's supposed to? You know why? I think her leg has to be slightly off. That's okay. Let me do this. Let me get some hot glue in there where she is touching. Off the, and that's okay that there's glue there because I'm going to put flowers back here anyway. So that's all right. We're going to cover this part up. I took these foam flowers that you get at the His and Hers section at Hobby Lobby. These little foam flowers like this. Some of them I had avocado stained. This one is an avocado stained one right here. And what you do is you take the avocado peel, you boil it, and it turns pink, and you strain it and you put your flowers in and let them sit in there, and then they turn a pretty color. I avocado stained and coffee stained some of these. However, you can take, I use a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, and what I did, I took my Tim Holtz vintage photo color ink, distressed ink, and you just get it really, get your brush very dark, and you go in and you just rub it on these petals. What I do is I rub it one petal at a time, and I peel them back, just like this, and I get into all the little nooks and crannies, the white spots. I've already done this one, but I just wanted to show you that's how I do it. Then I take this, because you know roses are a little darker. See how they're darker in the center? See, even the painted roses are, you'll see they're darker in the center. I just take the same brush, I go in there like this, and I give them a little extra something right in the center like that, so that they get darker. Sometimes I even take the actual ink and get in there and get those edges. See what I'm saying? See what that did to that edge? It just made it nice and darkened. And that's all I do. That's what I do to get them like that. Like, I didn't have enough avocado stain ones, little ones, so I had to do something different, and that's how I did it. Okay, so we got her sleeping nicely on this little pillow. And she's gonna be in a beautiful bed of flowers, okay? So what I did was I took I took these flowers and I just kind of placed them like under her feet a little bit and just put them really close. I just played with them is what I did. I just basically played with these. And I'm leaving some of the napkin showing. I'm not going to cover up the whole thing. I'm basically making it look like she's laying in a bed of roses, right? That's what she's doing. She's laying in a beautiful bed of roses. And we're going to cover a bunch of her. I'm going to go ahead and add the hot glue to this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it really up close where it's going to stick onto the base and onto the angel slightly, like that. See what I'm saying? So it looks like she's in a little bed of roses. Like that. I have to kind of turn them and play with them a little bit to see how they lay. They lay nicely, like that. This one back under her head. How did we have that? Very cute. It was kind of turned like it was her pillow. Very cute, just like that. See what I'm saying? Isn't that cute? And what I'm doing back here is I'm going to do like every other one. I'm going to be doing a small one and then a big one, kind of staggering them, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a little glue up under that rose. I don't want to take it out because if I do, then I have to tuck it back under her feet again. It looks really cute there. Just shoot a little bit of glue under the rose. I like them tightly together, but not so tightly that we're not going to have enough roses. Some of these are slightly bigger than others, so you know, you kind of play around with it a little bit, see what works. I don't want to cover up her wings or anything like that, so I'm turning the flowers to where I think they look pretty. And when and if you did something like this, it would be, you would have all the time in the world to play with it, right? Just so pretty. Do that instead. A little one back here. So I don't want to cover up so much of the flowers, you know, that you can't see the base. I want it to be layered, but I don't want to cover up every layer. If that makes any sense. This one right here. Just like this. And I'm gonna lay it in there. She's all snuggly in a little bed of roses. So cute. Look at that. All the way around in her little bed of roses. I'm going to do the lock and key. So I'm going to do the lock right where you would expect the lock to be if it was a real locked box. It would be right here, right at the edge. So we're going to go ahead find the middle, which would be 9.5 at 5.25, right about here. I'm going to put a little mark here. Right where I want it. Okay. Hey, sweet Dawn Raymond, how are you? I'm matching my craft today. That's so funny. Jennifer just said that. Oh my goodness, you guys are killing me. You're so funny. I didn't mean to. I honestly didn't. It's one of those things I didn't have anything else to wear. It's laundry time. It's shopping time. I need to go shopping. Seriously. It's that time. Okay, I'm going to put the hot glue in the center so that it'll hold. Hold. Where I want it. Okay, Missy, we're going to turn you upward here. And we're going to put this cute little lock here in the middle, right where we want it. If this was a memory box, this would be very sweet for someone who has the key to your heart, right? This pretty little key, and look at that lock. How perfect that looks there, right? How sweet is that? So cute. All right, then, as if that's not enough, I've got a little bit of white, super thin, like 1/8 inch, I think it is, Faux ribbon, satin ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little piece of it off, or a big piece of it, because I want it to dangle off the side. I'm going to make a little loop. I'm going to poke it through the little hole here. Okay, and then we're going to run the ends through that loop and give it a pull, just like that. See how easy that is? I mean, seriously, it's so easier to tie it around her other ankle, because that one goes all the way around, like all the way. There we go. And leave it kind of dangle. Let's see how much leeway we need. I'm going to tie it around her little ankle. Like that. And then I'll glue it. I think I'll glue it once I get it right where I want it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have it just kind of tied there. Cute little bow. She's in charge. She's the key keeper. See, there I go with my storyline again. I always got a story going on in my head. She's the keeper of the key. And she's sleeping on the job, but she's smart. She's gonna tie it to her ankle. Ain't nobody getting her key. Because if they do, they have to take her with it. Right? I am gonna put a little dot of glue there, and we're gonna make it stay on her ankle. Make sure that this is where I want it first. Perfect. It just kind of sticks out of the box slightly, ever so slightly. And that's where we want it. We're going to glue both pieces down. I'm going to use a little bit of glue at the back of the rose where it's touching the box. Right over here. Move a little hot glue with it. So it's not going nowhere. There we go. Gosh, she's so cute. So there's her little key. There's her little lock. Anyway, I kind of think I wanted to put this on the spine. Yeah, I think that's really pretty there. Right in the middle. I just don't want her to fall off while I'm doing it, because she's still curing, right? I love this on the spine. I think it's really pretty right there. Okay, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to load it up with the right glue in the right places, in all the right places. Maybe down the middle. Okay. It's a little forgiving, but not much. You don't have a whole lot of wiggle room because it hits where it hits, and that's it. Pretty as that, right? I love that. I got four little feet here that I painted gold, and I'm thinking I'm gonna just add these to the bottom of this. It's gonna be footed, so we'll put those there for now, for a minute. I've got one small little crown, and it's the perfect color, the antique bronze, left from our crowns from when Totally Dazzled had these before, and I'm gonna put it right here on her head because don't you think she needs a little crown? Seriously, I do. So we are gonna go ahead. We're gonna add her little crown on here. What I like to do is I just like to work in little stations of the B7000, and then I go in where there is no B7000 and I add hot glue so that it'll stay put for a minute. There's 3 little stations. Okay, now you'll lay there for a minute. And I'm just gonna put it right where it rests on her cute little noggin. All right, yeah, now she's holding. When that B7000 kicks in, she's going nowhere. But until she does, oh my goodness, look at the face. Isn't she precious? I love this. I absolutely love her. Okay, so has anyone guessed? Maybe you did and I didn't see it. Nope, it's not a cross. Michelle guessed it. It is the book, the Bible. And it was silver when I had mine. It was silver, but I made it gold today. I painted it with a little bit of gold. Okay, but I thought, how cute would this be, just to tuck it up underneath this little rose here, like she was reading it before she fell asleep, right? And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit. Just gonna go ahead, add the hot glue, and I'm gonna kind of very, very gingerly stick it up under that little rose petal. And it says Holy Bible. So she was busy looking at her Bible before she fell asleep, this little sweetie. Look at that, guys. She's holding her little Bible. I had to marry one of my pieces with my bestie's pieces. I just had to, right? So anyway, I couldn't think of a better thing to put on there besides that. And of course, I think I'll wait till it all completely dries before I put these little feet on here, because I don't want to take a chance of one of these little pieces falling off. So I'm just going to leave these little, but they're going to be so cute on here. Just like that, these little feet on here, right? Just to make it a little bit more special, as if it's not more special enough. How pretty this turned out, guys. Isn't she precious? It's good to have little objects of our faith in our home, crosses and Bibles and things like that. You know, it's good. It's good, a good reminder. It's a good witness to people that come into our home. Little angels, things like that, right? Thank you so much, and I'm going to show you the finished product, our little sleeping angel. How sweet she turned out. I love that. And this is precious, this piece. That is a very sweet, precious piece. Love that. Love it, love it so much. Ta-da. All right, so night. All right, guys, have a great, blessed rest of your night. Love you all. Bye-bye.